Well, we're here to have a lot of fun today at the Checkpoint 1 Trail Running 2032 event. It's going to be super fun. We've got about 100 people coming. There's going to be a lot of bums on seats and a whole bunch of people online ready to hear all about the great things that are going to happen across Australia for trail running over the next year and well into the future. I hope people really find a way to engage with the trail running community, not just in Queensland, but across Australia. We want to hear their voices. We want to hear what's really important to them, and for them all to come together and really be able to share and join each other as a whole community.
I think some of my favourite moments were listening to Nancy Hobbs talk through her experience with the Australian Trail Running Association. I think it's really important for us going forward to learn from what they've done over the last 20 plus years and take some of those learnings into how we now move forward.
The big word is community. And I think that sense of community is something that trail runners, mountain runners, they gravitate towards. And I think part of that has to do with the love of nature, that mental release one gets from being out of doors. Some of the things that we've noticed over time is that we have more women in the sport. We're looking at more diversity in the sport. But I think that's one of the really important evolutions of the sport, is seeing that piece of the growth.
And then also understanding more about adaptive trail running and how there's a whole community of people out there that really want to get involved in trail running who it's not accessible to, and so we really should be looking at that as well, like how we can make the sport more inclusive.
I've had this opportunity now because of the things I've been through, and I think it's really, really important to be able to spread that message of inclusion so that everybody gets those opportunities. And that's why what they're doing at the Ultra Trail is so important. It's imperative that there are these opportunities out there. Yeah, we're really, really impressed with these opportunities and these chances, because hopefully that's going to be how we're going to make this work. And without actually giving it a go and trying, nobody will ever know. So that's our plan.
I really enjoyed the passionate discussion about the development pathways for our younger athletes. We're thinking now about the 2032 Olympics. That's 10 years away now. So we really need to be thinking about how we're nurturing these young teenage or early 20s athletes, and so that they will be peaking by the time this event comes. And it's great to see how everyone's really getting on board, how we can support these athletes as they move forwards.
One of my key takeaways was we really need to work harder on professionalising the sport so that there's actual pathways for professional athletes.
I think we need a national voice in Australia to make sure that the grassroots values of our sport are upheld while we are able to move forward and bring it into this professional era.
I think if we talk about things like fairness in the sport, ensuring the culture of the sport is still very much grassroots, being able to compete at international levels, having media coverage. We need to have a body that represents Australia as a whole that can actually go out and talk to those organisations or lobby the government for funding for the sport, and then able to distribute it fairly and evenly across all of Australia, not just the most populous states or the loudest states. And I think a single national body would be the best way to do that.
Are the community that we need to get behind this campaign, the growth of the sport in the country, and of course the maintenance of our grassroots field and love for it. So thank you so much. We'll see you all on the trails very soon, I'm sure. Cheers.